unmute if you need to speak to me, I think. Okay. If you want to put a pillow under your head or anything, please do. And we're going to start just for a moment, just bend the knees, maybe bring the knees in just to feel the connection with the body. So just nice and gentle, draw the knees in and circle the knees. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe keep the big toes together, make the knees come wide and just gently circle the knees. Inhale and exhale, nice and slow. Maybe mindfully sucking the breath in and mindfully exhaling out. Just let the knees move either way, just nice and gentle. Feel the connection to the body. Maybe let the arms come out to the side, just gentle, just rocking from side to side. Use the arms and the hands as stabilizers. Maybe let the head move in the opposite direction. As we inhale, draw the tummy in, draw the knees to center. Exhale, knees to one side, head to the very gentle, connecting with the body. As we gently move and breathe, just appreciating our body, appreciating having this time together. And then we're going to bring the knees back to center. One foot comes down to the earth and the other. Just lengthen the legs, let the arms come out to the side. So we're going to work on our myofascial connective tissue. So there's, my understanding is that there's 12 layers or sheaths or strips on the outer side of the body, so it connects the bone and the muscle. Sometimes that, out of habit, that becomes a little bit thickened in places and a little bit dry or dehydrated. And so, it's just you imagine like a big net all around the body, like a big stocking, and we're going to push against that just to stimulate and bring moisture and juiciness back into the connective tissue. We bring our mind to the right foot. We're going to flex the right foot, nice long straight leg along the ground. And as we breathe in, we're going to just push that heel away along the ground, slide the leg along the ground. So we kind of feel the right side lengthening away, the hip lengthening forward. Toes nice and active, foot nice and active. Imagine we're pushing against that stocking just to stretch the back, stretch the front. And then we're going to relax the leg, let the foot flop out to the side. So we just relax on the breath out. We're going to pause and then we're going to take that to the left side. And then on a breath in, we're going to flex the left foot. So put the toes to the sky, slide the back of the leg along the ground away, pushing the heel away. And then on the breath out, just let it relax. We're going to alternate, either in your own breath rhythm or with me. We're going to breath in. It's always a breath in. We flex the left foot, pushing away, slide the right leg away. Really lengthen the breath, lengthen the movement, really nice, long, slow movement. And then we exhale, just let the leg flop to the side, soften the foot. And then when we breathe in, we take that to the side, sliding away. Make sure the toes face the sky. They're a nice active foot. So imagine we're spreading the toes nice and wide, pushing the heel away. These connective tissues come from the sole of the foot. So from the sole of the foot up the front, up the back, to the sides, all around. So we push the foot away, extend the toes, really energize the foot. We start to stretch and lengthen, and then we relax on the breath out. So we'll just do 4 on either side. I won't talk. Just let the body move with the breath. So with the breath in, we activate. this time, as we come to the right side, breathe in, slide the leg away, activate the foot, spread the toes nice and wide so we feel the breeze between the toes, and we're going to add on. So as we exhale, the leg flops to the side, then the foot softens, and we're going to just slide that foot up to the side, ground the ball of the foot, energize the toes, spread the toes nice and wide, and on a breath out, we take the knee across the body. Which is a nice stretch inside the body. Now as we inhale, we just come back, leg flops out to the side, and then we slide back down and let the leg flop and relax. And then we'll do that on the left side. So breathe in, we activate, slide that left leg away, spread the toes nice and wide, feel the breeze between the toes, and then we release it and flop it to the side, and on the exhale, we slide up that leg, we pick the knee up so the ball of the foot is on the ground, spread the toes nice and wide still, really activate the base of the foot, and then take the knee across the body so you feel a nice stretch around the body. So we'll do that either side for 4 times, and then we'll add on. Let the knee flop out to the side, so don't rush, take your time, leg relax, and then a breath in, the right leg, push the right heel away, slide that right leg away, spread the toes nice and wide, and on a breath out, when we release, it's a real release, the leg flops to the side, slide the foot up, pick the knee up, and a breath in, make sure it's a breath in, because as we breathe in, the lungs expand, the ribs expand, and all that myofascial connective tissue around the body expands as well, with a nice stretch all around the body. And on a breath out, let the leg fall up out to the side. Let's slide leg down, relax the leg, and then take that to the left. So on a breath in, so activate the leg, push that left foot away, spread the toes nice wide on a breath in. Then exhale, relax, slide it up. On a breath in, we lift the knee over the body, activate the toes, so we're activating that fascia that comes from the sole of the foot. The head flopping over to the left, the knee to the right, then the knee comes back over, head to center, knee out to the side, sliding down. We'll do that without me talking 4 times, but don't worry if you do more or less, we'll come back together. Remember, first of all, to activate the foot there, I always kind of forget that rushing to the next bit. So remember to start with pushing and slide that right leg all the way, activate the toes. Last time, and then we'll come back onto the right side. We're going to incorporate the arms this time. We're going to bring the hands interlocking behind the head. Just make sure we've got a nice connection with the shoulders to the earth. So if you want to use any more pillows under the head, we can do. And we're going to do the same, we're going to add on. So we're going to start with the right foot on the breath in, slide the right leg away, spread the toes nice and wide as we feel the breeze between the toes. And then on the breath out, leg flops to the side and we slide the foot up. Round the ball of the foot, spread the toes wide, and on a breath in, we take the knee across the body, and then we're going to slide the shoulder blades, slide the arms towards that heel, and then we turn the head towards the opposite elbow. And then we're going to come back to center, let the leg flop out to the side, Let the leg flop down. That's that one side done. So we'll change sides. Come back to the left side on the breath in. Slide the left leg away. Activate the toes nice and wide. Let the leg flop out to the side. Sliding it up. Lift the knee, ground the ball of the foot. Spread the toes nice and wide. Little toe spread nice and wide. Knee across the body. And as the knee comes over to the right, we slide the shoulder blades. Slide the body towards the left. We turn the head. And we gaze towards that right elbow. It's really good to gaze towards the elbow because it's stretching the back, myofascial connective tissue around the eyeball, around the eyes. And then we come back to center. Let the knee flop out to the side, slide the leg down, and that's that side. Okay, I'm moving off my blanket here, so I'm going to move back up. And we'll come to the right side. So on the breath in, slide the right leg away, push the heel away so we feel the whole of that right side sliding away, toes spread nice and wide. And then we relax the knee out to the side, sliding it up. Lift the knee, ground the ball of the foot, take it across the body. Little toe spread nice and wide. Slide the right elbow, slide the right shoulder blade down the side of the body. Just go a nice stretch around all the connective tissue around the body as well. Turn the head towards that left elbow, gaze towards the left elbow. And then come back to the center. Let the leg flop out to the side and then slide the foot away. Activate the left foot on the breath in. Nice active toes, feel the breeze between the toes. And then let the leg flop to the side on the breath out. Slide that foot up. Lift the knee. Come onto the ball of foot. Come onto the big toe maybe. Spread the toes nice and wide. Taking the knee to the right. Slide the left shoulder blade down to the left. Turn the head. Towards the right elbow. Gaze towards the elbow. And come back to center. And we'll just do one side. Each side one at a time in your own time. So I won't talk for the next either side, then we're going to move on. So back to the right. And then when you've done the left side, we're going to come back to neutral, but this time we're going to bend the knees, ground the feet, hip distance apart. So there's a part of the connective tissue in the front of this knobbly bit of the knee, this knobbly bit here, that apparently the teacher was spent a week with doing this, says this doesn't get much action. So it's all about this bit of skin, this bit of connective tissue, and this bobbly bit under the kneecap, little bobbly bit. I'm not sure there's a technical term for it, but I can't remember what it is. But we're going to think about this bobbly bit. So we're going to, so both the bobbly bits here, we're going to imagine we're pushing, she describes pushing the elevator button. We're trying to push a button with this knee. We're going to bring the hands back behind the head, and we're going to make sure we've got that back feels comfortable, so we can just move the hips forward and backward just to feel connection with the earth, and then make sure the feet feel comfortable and the back isn't niggly. So we're going to, on a breath out, this is on a breath out, we're going to push that knee forward. So as you push the right knee forward, you kind of, the right hip comes forward as well. Just sort of connecting there. And then we're going to come back to center on the breath in, and we'll alternate to the left. So we're going to take it nice and slow. So on the exhale, left knee pressed forward. Again, imagine we're trying to push that button with the front of the bobbly bit of the knee. And then come back on the breath in. So we're going to exhale, right knee forward. Inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, left. So just a few times in your own way. Just see if you can start to find that connection. Exhale. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, pushing the knee forward. So when we've got that action, and a lot of us have different ways of moving, and we have habits of how we move. So you might feel this is really foreign and we don't get much movement here, and you might find you do get a lot of movement. So it's just getting to know the body, not judging it, just getting to know. And you'll find if you do this on a regular basis that you will get some movement or suddenly just click. So we're going to add on to that. So come back to a nice neutral place, and as we exhale, we're going to take the awareness to the right knee, and we're going to push the right knee forward on a breath out, and we're going to slide the right shoulder blade to the right, and then we're going to, so that right knee's pushing forward, the right elbow's coming down towards that knee, and we're going to just release that right hand and come down to touch the ankle. And we bring the right hand back behind the head. We turn the gaze towards the left shoulder, and then we come back to neutral on the breath in. We'll take that to the left on a breath out. We push the left knee forwards. We slide the left elbow down to the side, so that brings the shoulder blade down. We turn the head, the gaze to the right elbow, release the left hand down around the ankle maybe, or towards the ankle, and then bring it back and slide back to neutral. So we're moving from side to side in your own way, exhaling. Right knee comes forward, right hand comes down towards the ankle, turn towards the left elbow, taking that gaze, and then come back. So we'll do this a few times. I want to move on. I'm not sure what the time is, but I'll move on to spine. So on the inhale, we come back to neutral. And it's on the exhale, we push one of the knees forward, release the hand down, turn the gaze, the opposite elbow. So we're moving through this quite quickly because we're limited on time. So you can spend as much time and pause the video. I'll put this on, I'll try to put this on YouTube. So you can pause the video and stay with this as long as it feels nice. So we'll just do one more to each side, and then we'll come to the undulation of the spine. So come back to neutral. Realign ourselves on our mats if we've done a bit of sliding down. And we're going to do the undulation of the spine. So there's two undulations, undulation 1 and undulation 2. So the one that will probably feel strangest is the first one. So we're going to exhale, put the tummy button in and tuck the tail up. Now as the tail tucks up and the tummy's drawing in between the lower back grounding, we're going to push the elbows to the ground, lift so if you feel like we've pushed the chest up, gaze to the sky, lift the chin. We're going to try and gaze behind the head. And then on the breath in, the head comes down, the chin comes down to the chest, the tummy rounds, and the tail grounds. We're going to gently move through that so the tail tucks up, chin tucks up, and we gaze behind to the wall or wherever behind. And then we relax and change the breath. The tummy rounds, the chin comes down. Now, as we move through this undulation, as the spine undulates naturally, this is our natural curve of the spine. Being aware of the area between the shoulder blades, top of the back, top of the shoulder blades. There's an area there that doesn't get much use. So we're going to try and engage that. So we're going to push the elbows to the earth as the chin tucks up to the sky. We're pushing the elbows to the earth and we're gazing behind. All the fascia around the eyes, around the throat, around the head, around the heart, around the spine, the hips. And then we relax, the tummy rounds, the tail tucks down to the earth, and then the chin comes down to the chest. And then we're going to bring the elbows towards each other. So bring the elbows touching together or as close together. And then we release the elbows out to the side Ground in the lower back, tuck the tail up to the sky, tail up, chin up, gaze behind the head, push the elbows as much as the upper arms to the ground. We're squeezing the upper shoulder blades. And then we relax. The tummy round, the tail tucks down, the chin tucks down, and then the elbows come together, squeeze the elbows together. They might touch, they might not. Just observe and notice what your body's doing here. So we're going to pause here, and we're just going to lift up the body. We're going to lift the head. Make sure the elbows squeeze together first, and then relax down. Elbows come nice and wide. So exhaling, ground the low back, tuck the tail, let the chin come up, push the elbows to the earth. And then we're just going to do one more, and then we're going to relax, and then we're going to come to the next part. So the next undulation two, what we're going to do is going to be the one you'll recognise from doing our bridge. So we're going to draw the tummy button in, ground the lower back, tuck the tail up, and then we're going to bring the elbows together, touching the elbows together if we can, and then lift the head. Breathing out. Inhaling, head down, open the elbows, push the elbows away, tummy rounds, tails down to the earth. We feel the tail spine push into the earth. Push the elbows back so we feel the heart opening, gaze to the sky. You can gaze behind, and then exhale, tummy draws in, tail tucks, elbows come together, squeeze the elbows together, and lift the head. Breathing out, inhaling down. So we'll just do a few of these. So I want to move into a bridge because I know Jane's need her back strengthening, and bridges are really good for strengthening our back. So exhale, tail tucks up, tummy draws in, elbows come together, then we lift the head. So we sometimes move to the last step and we lift the head before the elbows squeeze together. Remember to bring the elbows together first. Then we open out on the inhale, push the elbows back, squeeze the upper back, tummy's rounding, the arch in the back, tail kicking. So we'll just do we'll do 4 of those without me talking. One more. And then we're just going to let the arms relax down, let the legs relax down, let the whole body just for a moment just relax down and just check in how this feels. So if it's not good on our back, keep the knees bent if we need. The knees can be bent or we can get the knees together. If the legs can lengthen, let them lengthen. Just take a few breaths here. Let's close the eyes. Nice long breath in and a nice long breath out. Okay, and then we're going to bend the knees, ground the feet. We're going to move for our bridge flow. They're really good for our backs to strengthen the muscles in our glutes and piriformis muscles, deep muscles. We're going to energize the glutes, energize the muscles here, and then we're going to stretch them out. We're going to, on a breath out, tuck the tail under, push with the feet, lift the hips nice and slowly, then lift the arms, flip them overhead. So we pause here for a moment, really push the heels away, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glutes. And then we're going to keep the arms where they are because it's a nice stretch on the spine. Tuck the tail under, draw the tummy in, put the tail under, And then release the spine down, the very top of the spine, bone by bone, really slowly. As the body releases down and the arms float over. And we're going to pause here for a moment, just on the breath out, lift the head, lift the shoulders, curl forward. So we're energizing the front body as well as the back body. And then release down, head back down, hands back to the earth. Exhale, tuck the tail, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hips up. And then let the arms float over. Exhale, tuck the tail under, tummy draws in, let the spine release down, bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down to the earth. And the arms float overhead, pause, and then lift the hands to the knees, lift the head, lift the shoulders, rounding forward. Just start to feel the energy in the front body, and then release down. So just doing this a few times, it's really good to feel the energy in the glutes, energy in the thighs, all the core muscles and energy around the body. Arms lift over. If it feels uncomfortable, if it feels how much strength that the arms over, they can stay by the side of the body on the ground. And then release down. So just lengthen the spine. Arms float over. Pause here, draw the tummy in, hands towards the knees. This time, hands come down, stay on the ground, lift the hips, tuck the tail, lift the hips, push with the heels, hands come underneath. If you don't feel strong enough today to stay here, then please carry on with the bridge flow. But we roll shoulders underneath. Excuse me. We've got the whole arm, the straight arms under the body, the hands are under the bottom on the ground. So use all the arms and the hands to help lift the body. Squeeze through the thighs, squeeze through the glutes. Now be aware of the knees. Are the knees flaying out or coming in? Try to keep them facing forward. Keep the feet facing forward as well. We're going to pause here and breathe here. On the breath in, we're going to push the heels, squeeze the thighs, squeeze through the glutes. Use the arms to lift. It's quite strong. If it feels too much, come down. Please listen to your body. Actively breathing in, actively breathing out. Squeeze on the breath in, push through the heels, squeeze through the thighs, squeeze through the glutes. And release the hands, release the spine, bone by bone, all the way down to the earth. We're going to bring the right foot over onto the left thigh. And we're looking for a stretch now. So we've brought the energy into this right bottom cheek. And we're going to now stretch out that piriformis, deep, deep muscle. So we're looking for a stretchy sensation in this right bottom cheek. If you find it here, stay here. If you're not feeling it, lifting up, if the knees are okay, we can lift up that left knee in a right angle. If we want to, our hand can interlock behind the left thigh. The right elbow can push the right thigh away. And if you want to add in a stretch to the upper spine, we can lift the head as well. The feet are nice and engaged, nice and flexed. If our energy is low, you might want to flop the leg, might want to relax the feet. If your energy is okay, nice active feet, nice active leg. Use the right elbow to push the right thigh away. Use the hands to draw in the left thigh. Few breaths here. Take the mind to that strong, stretchy sensation. It's a lovely sensation, I think. But take the breath then, see if you can melt that tightness away. Think about lengthening this muscle. We energize it, we strengthen, then we make it flexible and lengthen it. As it eases off, then we bring it in a bit further, pushing it away. If you don't feel anything, just take the left knee out to the side. So taking the knee to the side, stretching out that left right bottom cheek. And if it goes off, just bring it, the head might start to strain. If the head strains, bring the head back down. Use the right elbow to push the right thigh away and draw the left hands in. And then we're going to let the hands come out, let the head come down. I'm going to come into a twist. Really good for our back to have a nice twist. So the legs can stay in that nice shape. The head can move to the side. Or if you want to be in a stronger twist, that rooted twist, then we can bring the right thigh over the left thigh. We can wrap the legs around each other, pick the hips up and come into that nice twist. Let the arms come out to the side. Just feel all the muscles, all the fascia, all the connective tissue, everything have a nice stretch around the body. If you want to put any cushions underneath their knees, please do. I'm going to change sides. Come back to centre, left foot over on the right side. And don't rush. If you want to stay long where you are, please do. Lifting that right knee if we don't feel a stretch. Hands can come behind the right thigh. Left elbow pushing the left thigh away. Head relax, shoulders relax down. Head can lift to stretch the upper back, but we don't have to lift the head. If our energy is low, we can soften the legs, soften the feet. If energy is okay, flexing the leg, spread the toes nice and wide, really strong, energizing, pushing the left out here, hip away. If you don't feel it, make sure this right knee is out onto the right, in line with the right hip. If it sways across, it kind of don't feel the same. That's your sensation. Any tension in the neck, just let the head down. A few breaths here. And then we're going to find that twist, let the arms come wide, let the legs fall over to the right side. And if you want to stay here with the legs like the shape, nice gentle twist, we can do. Or if you want to come to that stronger rooted twist, cross the thighs, wrap the legs around each other, roll onto the hip and come over. Lovely stretch to the back, really nice stretch to the back, good for our back. Heads in the opposite direction. Make sure we've got both shoulder blades connected. We use the elbows just to shuffle the right shoulder blade over. And let everything relax here. And again, stay here as long as you want to stay here. We're going to roll onto the right side when you're ready, unravel the legs. I'm going to come journey towards onto our tummy. Keep the head low, walking the hands forward. I'm going to come to lie on tummy. I just want to do a more stretch on the hip flexors. We're going to lie down and we're going to slide the right leg up. So the forehead's resting on the hands. And we're going to just lift up that right hip and roll it back. So imagine I've got my finger on the bony bit of your hip and just rolling it back. And then relax down. As you relax down, just let the legs flop out to the side. So don't feel you're pushing anywhere. The action is on the breath in. We lift up the right hip. And then we release on the breath out. Inhale, lift the right hip up and roll it back, which kind of slides the knee in. And then on the exhale, let it go. So one more on this side and then we'll change. Slide that leg down, let the left leg slide up. And we'll take that to this side. So the head's resting on the hands, facing down. And we just, on the breath in, we just roll that left hip back and then relax. So the active action is on the breath in and then relax. Noticing what's on this side. Notice any difference on this side from the other side. One more time. And then we'll slide the leg down. It's going to come into Sphinx pose, very gentle stretch from the back. We're coming onto the forearms. It's a really nice passive back bend. So if you want to check you've got the arms the right distance, it's roughly if we held the upper arms. Roll the shoulders back, imagine Sphinx, Sphinx. Heart coming forward, shoulders rolling back. Now this is a very gentle passive back bend. If you want to be a bit stronger, the hands can come out to the side. Lift the elbows, legs come wide into a seal pose. Much stronger on the back, so just see what feels better. See if we relax the legs, relax the bottom. Breath in, breath out. Stay here as long as you want, but I want to come into child pose. So when you're ready, bring the hands back with the body, pushing the bottom back, toes touching, knees nice and wide. You want to use a bolster onto your body or any cushions you can do. Arms can be forward, they can be under the head, or you can bring the knees together and come into a nice gentle balasana. Thighs can be under the body as well, which is a nice stretch to the back body. So just take a few breaths here in child pose. Inhaling and exhaling. And deciding if you'd like to stay in child pose just the last couple of minutes, or if you'd like to lie on your tummy, or if you'd like to lie on your back. So if you've got any kind of, if you want to lie on your back, but your back isn't so good, maybe you want to put your feet on a chair or a sofa or a bed if you're in the bedroom, so the back is relaxed. Or the knees could be together, feet could be wide, or we could just relax down. You could lie on your tummy, whatever feels nice. So just take a few mindful breaths in, wherever you are, as you breathe in, sucking the breath in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And last big exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the breath out. And the natural breath in.